Maybe their reactor has messed with space-time, because there's something wrong with that clock. That's probably not where the reactor's at, but that's a weird clock. According to that, it's, what, noon right now? It's between 6 and 6? Why do they have two 6s on there? That seems odd. The aims of scientific thought. The aims are? Wouldn't it be the aims of scientific thought is to see? Anyway, he spoke weird. The aims of scientific thought are to see the general in the particular and the eternal in the transitory. Oh, it speaks straight out too. That is a weird clock. Weird. Maybe this is where the reactor is. There it is. It's made by Kohler. Of course. Okay, that's enough for this installment. Save battery, I'll be back. Walker House at Linfield College. The W.M. Keck Science Center. Science! She blinded me with science. Which way to the atom smasher? The atom smasher. They smashed God's creation of Adam. They smashed him. Alright, which way to go? This is Linfield College. That's a big place. Wow. One of the preeminent, I guess it's Ivy League, isn't it? Something like that. Probably lots of cameras. Definitely more cameras on me than me on it. Anyway. No pennies. Let's just go down this way. Squirrel! Hi, squirrel. Well, fine, be that way. Uncommon radiance. Just like, look at the light. The light is coming from the bulb to my hand, or is it? Perhaps it's just perturbations in the ether. There's energy coming off the light. It's shaking the ether, and the ether is providing the visual stimulation. Like, the light bulb doesn't put off light. The light bulb vibrates electrically, and that vibration transmits out through the ether, causing the area that's being vibrated to become illuminated. And the illumination is greatest near the source of the vibration, which would be the light bulb. Problem solved. There we go. I just solved a major crisis in science there, right now. Just off the fly. You could call it channeled information. That's what happens when you're like just, in the flow and letting it fly. Or you're just self-deluded, of course. It's hard to say, They go hand in hand sometimes. Okay, so the Pioneer one looks more interesting, so it's definitely older. Fire escape to conduct electricity. Right? They need to do some soffit work up there. I should submit a bid. Like, yeah, I could get your soffits all straightened out and repainted again. It's gonna be $50,000. $10,000 for down, and then I'll start the work. But it'd be cool to live in a building like this. You like your neighbors, like, hey neighbor, how you doing? Have your laundry hanging out on the fire escape or something, right? Let's see. This property is seen placed on the National Register of Historical Places by the United States something. Okay. What's the mortar for? I bet if that mortar was just smudged on there, you can tell. You can probably take it off and there's no gap. I feel like I'm in Pennsylvania. Would you look at these columns? Oh my God, it's got to be made of solid wood. No human could possibly put them in place. Oh wait. Whitman. Nice, okay. Walker, Whitman, Wapato. I wonder if the sidewalks make a giant pentagram or something. Would not doubt it. Okay, I'll quit rambling with my conspiracy nonsense. And let me save some more space here. And tonight, one show only. Jane Failing. That would make a good band. Good band name. Jane Failing. Where are all the students? Are they all on summer break? Is that the deal? It seems like these long buildings with all these rooms should be like rooms for students, and they have their little dorms and stuff, and then they are presumably learning things in between at the larger buildings that contain classrooms and professors who profess to know something, but what do they really know? Ted Wilson Gymnasium. Okay. Around the corner this way. Coach Paul Durham Lobby and Foyer. Paul Durham. Huh. La Tourette. I have La Tourette's. Crazy. Okay, probably enough for now. Some more bronze statues. At least it's not naked children this time, right? What is it though? Like that kid's trying to go his own way. Don't go your own way. He's like, but you should go west, but that's northwest. Memorial Sculpture Fountain. While I was a student, this sculpture fountain honors students and their development. The young woman leaning against the bench reading a book is the least sculpted, and each other figure becomes progressively more formed, with the young man stepping away from the fountain nearly complete. Thus, the finish of the figures symbolizes how learning helps refine and complete a student. Refine and complete? How about mold and train? Honors the lives of Madeline Amsden, Bernice G. Coffer, Francis Anderson Gulick, hey, a Gulick, Ross McIntyre, J. Carl Reister, Jennifer Jean Smith, made possible by gifts from those guys. All right. If this wasn't such a nice town, I'd jump in that water. Totally. So the transformation is a lump of clay. We got a lump of clay just sitting there looking at a book, right? Here's the story. This girl here is a lump of clay. No, probably, I don't know, a teenager thinking about her future. And then she turns into a man, playing frisbee apparently, and talking up this other chick over here who looks slightly African or possibly Asian. And he's like, hey, why don't you go to college and learn some stuff? And she's like, well, I do wear jeans, so I guess I will be an independent woman. But maybe I should don a dress when I go to college. And now she's thinking about it, but not really sure yet. It's like, maybe I will go to college. Then I can learn something. And then she becomes a man. And she leaves here, and she becomes an Asian man. That guy's totally like, that's Tiger Woods, man. It's Tiger Woods. Straight up, Tiger Woods. Be nice. Tiger Woods. Moving right along. I see some old buildings over here. This place is so sanitized, it's insane though. There's not going to be anything too spectacular or old world jump out other than the fact that it's here. But it's been, Oregon and Washington have been scraped so hard for so long. Totally. Like, I think that's why they didn't open up the West for so long, you know. It wasn't because of, you know, necessarily having to battle Indians. It was that they needed to go through the forests that were very dense and comb it all and make sure there wasn't anything that was hidden that somebody else might find. And then they had to send in the army to, you know, kill off the natives that were trying to live there and blow up the things that they don't want us to see, and then, you know, claim to have built the things that they're going to leave. Something like that, right? I'm on the terrorist watch list now. I'm just walking through this place. Where's my Geiger counter, damn it? They're said to have a nuclear reactor here, whatever that's supposed to mean. Nuclear, unclear. Nuclear, unclear. For real though. Oh my gosh. Check it out. Lilacs. Lilacs are my favorite flower. Better ones over here. Get that purple. That's awesome. Oh, that purple. Not very smelly though. Not as smelly as they are in Washington, a little farther north. Well, this isn't as spectacular as it seemed at first, but I think I better pause it again, and I'll be back if I find something actually cool. Come on. I might have enough battery left to do a short video here. We'll see. I'm in Dallas, Oregon. My battery's running low, so this will be the end of my little series here between McMinnville and Amity. I don't think I got anything in Amity, that's right. But here in Dallas. There's the modern section of the building. Black cube, of course, right? And there's the old section. Let's get up here. It also happens to be the sheriff's office, so I can go, you know, walking up in the bushes and stuff. I guess I'll have to go up in the front. It's not terribly ornate. It is definitely got a style, right? Everything here in Oregon and Washington that pretty much that you find is just sanitized, scrubbed. Anything that looks out of place or suspicious or odd or off, other than the floor level windows. Piece of something coming out of the wall. Hitching something too. Don't see any brick chips. Polk County Courthouse. Rough humans on these. Wonder if it's just brick underneath. And those are tiles. It well could be. Yeah. I mean, it's cool and all, but there's not a lot to see to it. What you see from here is what there is. Not terribly detailed. Chicago. Shush it, crow. Hey, it's the pyramid. Got a pyramid out front. 1899. There it is. Proof that it was built in 1899. I mean, what more would you need? What, you don't trust the government? There's no one else you can trust. They're the only authorities on anything. You listen to anything else, you're just listening to hearsay. probably brought to you by conspiracy theorists who have been recently seen and recorded and having communications with Al Qaeda. Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's a police station. That's an old one too, though. Old brick building. But like I said, everything here that I see in this area, I mean, there's old stuff, but it's just scraped, it's sanitized, there's no tech on anything. You can't even find brick creek or rubble or nothing. It's train tracks all around here, too. Probably be more likely to find some interesting stuff out in the middle of nowhere than in the town, even. I guess I'll just end this one now, but there's a courthouse. Okay, bye-bye.